Hello everybody, I have another video for you. This one is a Valentine-ish layout, and I decided to do this one mostly just because I wanted to use that gold foiled heart thing. When I seen it from Crate Papers Kiss Kiss, I was like, oh, I really want that. I want to use it on something. So it's very rare for me to actually use a product like right when I get it in, but this time I did. And this is an album of just a bunch of photos of my boyfriend and I, so they kind of work, even though the picture's not from Valentine's Day. Again, it's Christmas, so, but I don't want to do a bunch of Christmas layouts. So, anyway, all that said, I am inking the edges of this brown craft cardstock. I believe most of the papers that I used in here were from Crate Paper. I know that the little heart one, or the pink hearts were, I don't know who the hearts, the big red and pink papers from, but anyway, and then a bunch of the embellishments and stuff in here also are from Crate Paper's Kiss Kiss collection, like the tags and things that I use in here. So, or if they're not the Kiss Kiss collection, then they're the Love Notes collection from last year. So now I'm just inking all the edges of everything. I believe I used walnut stain distress ink, and then I'm just lining it all up, trying to figure out how I want it to look on the layout. And this is actually the way I decided to leave it. So now I'm going to go ahead and glue everything down. Since I liked that Crate Paper foiled heart so much, I decided that I wanted to make sure that it was seen well on the layout, so I decided to move the craft paper over a little bit so that that stood out more. I liked that so much that I ended up buying 2 sheets of those cut aparts, so got one of those in my pocket for a rainy day. Once I get the photo glued down, then I am going to move on to doing some of the other embellishing. I am pulling out this cut apart, I don't know, is it a die cut? Is it a, what do you call those? It's from the pull apart, or the cut apart sheet, which would make it fit perfect into Pocket Pages, but it's not a Project Life card. So anyway, and I am also going to pull out this tag, which the cut apart was from the Kiss Kiss collection, and the tag is actually from the cut aparts in the paper pack from last year, which was Love Notes. I pulled out these flare badges, and I was planning on using the one that said love, but I'm going to change that out later to a pink one that just says sweet, but it is also from Avalicious. And this is again some more of that magic mesh stuff, and this is the red, and I'm going to use it on the layout as well. So I used a lot of gold on this layout, which is very out of the norm for me. Actually, I don't prefer gold. I like silver much more than the look of gold, but gold products obviously are all over the market right now, so it's, I don't know, I'm rolling with it. It didn't really bother me on this layout. I kind of liked it. Maybe it's growing on me. And then again, I'm going to pull out my favorite washi tape. I swear I don't know why I own any other ones, because I think I end up using this one almost all the time. So the 2 embellishments that I'm getting ready to pull out are a butterfly and a I think those are called Adornits. They were from Tim Holtz, and I don't think I've seen them out on the market in any time recently. I don't know, they could be, but they're basically like clear plastic, and I decided to emboss on it. So I embossed with gold embossing powder, and it just has a heart. And then again, you try and use up some products from my stash that I've had for a while. And the butterfly is also just a chip. It was just a plain chipboard butterfly, and then I decided to emboss it when I had the embossing powder out. I think I embossed quite a few things with gold, since that was kind of what I had on my desk at the moment, and it was easy to just do stuff like that while I was watching something on Netflix. Apparently the third time is charm on trying to get the stupid Scotch quick dry adhesive bottle cleared up so that I could actually glue this thing down. Now I'm just going to go ahead and glue down the cut apart, and I believe that after that I am going to pull out some thickers and start on my title. The title that I'm going to put on this one is My Love, and the thickers that I used are, I think they're just called Goodness, and they're in turquoise, just the color. Obviously, they're American Crafts. And I, again, just put them on my packaging and decided where I wanted them to go from there. And I did this again recently on another one, and my stickers did get stuck to the packaging again. So it's definitely not the best way to do it, but it's always like right there and easy. So you'll notice now if you look at the Adorn It that I backed it with some paper. I kind of liked the way it looked with the clear and nothing behind it, but since I had a better idea of where I was going to put it on the layout, then I decided to back it with some paper so that it stood out a little bit more. This is me just kind of playing around with the title and trying to decide where I want it to go. I kind of liked it there, but I don't put it there. It's going to go up at the top left instead. And I am going to outline around the title to make it stand out more with just a plain black Sharpie. Once I'm done putting down my title, then I'm going to move on to the tag that has the Adorn It on it. And I am going to pull out some pink baker's twine, and then I'm going to have that Adorn It kind of hanging down a little bit from where it's at now. It's going to go down lower. And then I'm going to pull out those hearts again that are from K & Company, and they're just like tiny hearts. And I'm going to put those kind of on the twine to hold it in place a little bit more. It is glued to the back of that tag, but I just thought it was kind of another cute element to add that there. I thought about adding one of these tiny hearts to the Adorn It, but then I changed my mind and take it off of there. I am going to add one though to the gold embossed butterfly that's over to the left of the layout. Then I'm going to move on to enamel dots, and these ones are from Recollections at Michael's, and these colors match perfectly, so I am just going to put a few of these enamel dots around on the layout. I'm going to end up playing around with these enamel dots for a little bit, trying to figure out exactly where I want to put them, and I move them a few times before I get them to the placement that I want. I also put on this layout a Together Forever sticker that I have no idea who it was from, and I did do, like I mentioned before, some of the inking around, I believe I inked around the butterfly and around the letters, and I also did some faux stitching on some of the papers. The last thing that I did was I put the date on the cut apart, and then I put the year below it with the thickers, and then I realized that I put the wrong year on there, so I had to pull those up, put a piece of paper down, and then cover them up and put the correct year on the layout. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Bye.